Hey guys. Hey everybody. Welcome everybody. Let me get everybody on spotlight. Let me just change something here real quick. Okay. Hi you guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome everybody. A couple announcements before we get started. Hey Becky. Can we hear you guys? Okay. Okay. Just testing. Okay. So a couple things. 1 week from tonight is Giving Tuesday. And Giving Tuesday is an annual event. It's a big global movement where people are encouraged to donate to nonprofits, their favorite nonprofit. It's kind of that way to, after the Black Friday and Cyber Monday and after all the spending, it's that encouragement to give to your favorite nonprofit before the year ends. And so it's called Giving Tuesday, and it's always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And it's the day of the year that we blow up social media. We're going to send you a newsletter with all the details. We blow up social media. We share. And Facebook has a history of matching donations on that day. They've kind of switched how they do things, so I can't even guess how they're going to do things this year. They're kind of always switching it up, but they work with Bill Gates and Microsoft and whatnot to do some matching. So who knows what they're going to do, so stay tuned. But regardless of what they're doing, we are going to share. So we appreciate all the sharing and just really helps us spread the word and raise some money on Giving Tuesday. So thank you everybody for that. That's coming up. Watch your boxes, your texts, your emails, and your social media for that. So that's that. And then 2 weeks from tonight is December 5th. We're going to have a big old watch party at Kent. I'll be in town. I hope to see many of you. So if you're local, please join us. And then on Wednesday, the 6th, all of us mob. The mob is the moms of Battlefield, but it's actually all ladies, moms, aunts, grandmas, all the ladies of Battlefield. We are going to have an in-person luncheon gathering. So we're really excited about that. We get to do that a couple times a year in person. So if you are local, hope you can join us. It's going to be at Kristen Fairweather's house again. And so we're super excited. So in order to get the details on that, you can reach out to me, Kristen, Becky. We'll give you the details. We hope you can join us. So mark your calendars. So Becky, what do you got? Oh, can't hear you. Oh, can't hear you, Becky.
No, just a sec.
Oh, there we go. I could faintly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Keep trying.
Hang on, let me turn my Bluetooth off. It might be the Bluetooth.
That's helping.
So can you hear me better now if I hold up the mic, my little speaker?
That's better. That's
okay.
Better.
Well, you talked about matching funds. So, even if you don't give on Giving Tuesday and take advantage of what Facebook can do, you can check and see if you can do matching funds through your company. So that's a great way to give too. And then also we are doing our mug fundraiser. So, and that also goes until Giving Tuesday. So if you could go on Battlefield's Facebook page or the family group, or you can message any one of us, we'll send it to you, the link to where you can get a mug for your donation. So it's $50 for a mug, or if you want to be a monthly partner, you can get a mug or two, depending on, what your monthly donation is. I know they're so good. I have mine too. These are the best.
This
and
is Art's fun. Art's got
it up there. No, you got to show the Battlefield side, dear.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the white one. You have to have one. I mean, you have to have one. And this truly is a limited time, just so you know. We're working with Yeti, and we have to have a bulk order. And we did order a certain number for the auction. And then we had so many requests after that we thought, okay, we'll do it again. But it does take a lot to pull together. So it's not like later we can just say, oh, we want another one. We can't do that. So this is your only chance to get those. Last chance, get those in.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Unless you have something to talk about tomorrow, maybe, or
well, not yet on that, but you reminded me though on the company giving. It is coming up on year end, so just a little reminder out there for turning in your donation matching. So because Battlefield Addiction is a nonprofit, we qualify for company matching. So like Boeing matches all their employees and what they give to nonprofits. Boeing and Microsoft and the banks. I mean, just like the list is a gazillion companies do this. And if your company has that matching, well, they'll match 100% of what you give, as long as you turn in your receipts to your company saying, hey, this is the charity that I gave this to this year, and then they will cut a check to Battlefield. And so there's always a deadline though too. So just kind of take note and be reach out to us if you have any questions, if you need some help. But it's basically just reaching out to your human resource department and whatever their system is on, inputting that and getting that matched. We get a lot of matching. We have a lot of Boeing families. We have a lot of families that get matching. So heads up on that. So thanks for
Angie, just one thing to bring up, like if you gave at the auction and you didn't get a receipt, it's probably because we didn't have your email. You may have been a guest of someone else who got that email. So please reach out to us, Becky at Battlefield Addiction, or you can reach out to Angie and we'll get you a receipt for your donation.
Yes. And then end of year tax donation receipts go out in January automatically as well. So that will be coming later in January, but yes. Awesome. Thanks, Becky. All right. And we don't have any comedy tonight, but I'm going to just move it. Did I hear a big boo? Boo. Boo. But let me move it over. Let me change all the screens here. And we're going to get right to it tonight. And spotlights. Change my camera. Do a few different things here. Oops, wrong one. There's the couch. There's the guys here at Rebuild. Hello, everybody. And nope, I'm still not still not doing it. So here we go. And there we go. Okay, we're ready to roll.
The Kent house is still not muted.
Yeah, we can hear all you guys. What are they laughing at?
Sexy
Hi, guys. Okay, we're going to mute you now, but good to see all you guys. Hey.
It's nice to be able to mute them, though.
Yeah.
I just mute them,
So we can't do that.
It's
like
very powerful.
I muted them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
spotlight.
When you're there, you can't.
No, when I'm there, I can't mute them.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I can't mute you guys
Who would
either.
want to mute me?
No, you need to be muted.
Oh.
Bailey is this one person that needs a mute button.
We just found a gay black guy. Yeah, start thinking now.
Oh, I see.
Okay, let's see where the microphones pick up everything.
Yeah, what the heck?
So let's go.
Unreal.
Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, Kristen, will you unmute yourself? I mean, not Kristen, excuse me, Becky.
Becky.
My mouth's a little numb.
He had some dental work today, so his mouth's numb. Becky, not Kristen?
Yeah, Chris.
Okay.
Didn't work.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Did you have dental work today?
Oh, I just a cleaning, a couple filling, small filling I had to have.
Did you notice how he tried to avoid saying the filling? He said it was just a cleaning.
I didn't know.
And then he realized I'll just
Hey,
say the whole
do
thing.
your job. Someone's trying to log
Oh,
into
okay.
Your job is
I know.
not comedy. Your job is not.
I noticed you're
Yeah.
couple buildings.
So we did last week, and I want for this week. Not gonna work, guys. Very distracting. Let's get. Does he go outside with the sticks?
Okay, just
Okay.
let him just be.
Last week was on dis-ease, and it was on the pathway of what kind of led me to solve that problem, and how I solved that problem with drugs and alcohol, and how it made me feel, and how I felt in this experience of being a human, and how I felt inside of me, and how my identity would always want me to be more, and all the things that all the business I went about to do that, and then trying to figure out kind of who I am. And I think that for this week, I hope that I want people, for when they're coming on, to not listen from parent of an addict. I think I'm not communicating to you all as parents of addicts. I'm actually trying to communicate to people as humans. I'm not trying to communicate to you as mother. I'm not trying to communicate to you as father, although we do talk about that stuff. I'm trying to communicate to you as a human. And so down here, we don't talk down here about addiction very much. We don't talk about addicts or labels or anything like that. We speak mainly about the human experience. So I think it's important that you don't listen from that space, because when you're listening for that space, it seems like that you're trying to figure it out. And that this idea of solution group is going to be that I'm going to give you something and you're going to get it. And I think people are like trying to get what I'm saying. And the problem is that you don't need to get what I'm saying. You have to see what I'm saying. You have to feel what I'm saying. You don't need to get it. So this changing thing, or this transformational thing, or this spiritual thing is not about a doing. There's no doing your way into spirituality. There's nothing to be done. There's a seeing. And I think part of the problem is that people don't put the cart before the horse. So I have a question for you, Becky. And my question, and just because you're the representative, it's not specifically to you, but I want you to answer it. And I think you'll be okay with me picking on you or feeling on the spot. So my question is, are you, Becky, trying to be more loving, or are you love interrupted by Becky?
Oh, we can't hear.
That's a good question. I would think, yeah, that's a good question, Art. I think it depends on the day and the situation, because I think it can be both.
Okay, then are you awareness, or are you, Becky, trying to be more aware as a human being, or are you awareness interrupted by Becky?
Well, if I were to say honestly about my conversation with my son the other day, I would say I was Becky.
Okay. Another question. Are you a human trying to have a more spiritual experience, or are you a spirit having a human experience?
Well, I would say I'm a spirit having
Okay. Well, then in all of it, part of getting this and part of never seeing this, no matter how many times you listen to this, part of the problem is simply in the fact that we're not putting the cart before the horse. So until you get to a conclusion, or until you see it to be true, that you are love interrupted by Becky, that there's no question that that's just how it is, that you are presence interrupted by Becky, that you are consciousness interrupted by Becky, that you are a spirit interrupted by Becky. Until you see it from that direction, you will have enormous difficulties. See, because you will constantly be at a disease. You will never end. It'll be a never ending thing. See, Becky trying to find more love. How does that end? See, Becky trying to be more present. How does that end? Becky trying to be aware. How does that end? See, the end of this thing is when you get the cart before the horse. When you see that you are a spirit interrupted by this identity, interrupted by this thing that is having you try to be more. So when we figure out what we are and who we are, I'm a spirit, I'm love, I'm God, I'm now, I'm presence, I'm awareness, I'm consciousness. I am not Art. So for years of my life, Art wanted to improve. So I spent years and years and years working on Art. I wanted to be more wealthy. I wanted to be more kind. I wanted to be more loving. I wanted to be more spiritual. I wanted more. But see, trying to be more love is just an identity trying to be better. Trying to be more spiritual is just a human trying to be good and look good because they're more spiritual. Trying to be more kind is simply a human being that wants kindness in their identity. So it all becomes about looking good. Spirituality becomes about looking good. Mothering becomes about looking good. Are you a mother trying to do it more loving? Or are you love interrupted by this goddamn mothering thing? Which one is it? And you have to see it. You have to see the standing between you and your kid is this identity called mom. That it is blocking the love. It is blocking the light. It's blocking the presence. It's blocking the awareness. And if you don't have that core, now what if you were just mom trying to be more loving? What gets in the way? Anger, reputation, fear, all of that identity stuff gets in the way. So part of not figuring out what I'm saying, actually in this room right now, when you figure this out, I can no longer help you. When somebody figures this out, they can no longer be helped. They would lose interest in wanting help. They would go, I am love. Why do I keep looking for it? Now you would know the challenge. See, if you decide that you are love and you figure it out, you are love. What's stopping you? You can't get more present. You can't be more present. You are presence. You can't be more. You have to be less Becky. Well, what gets in the way of presence? There's Becky, this beautiful love, spirit, presence. And then Becky just gets in the way. And you have to have the cart before the horse. And this is what's called waking up. This is the spiritual awakening. When you figure out that you're not Becky, when you figure out that you're not Little Bundle's mom, when you figure out that you're not, that what that is just this thing that gets in the way of all of it. So what I'm trying to do with spirituality is simply not give you more of anything. I'm trying to say, let's take some stuff away. And when we take that stuff away, when we take the mothering away, and what should I do next? And, how do I do it? When we take all that stuff, there you are. See, there she is right now. I don't know what got Becky going. You can tell me, but there it is. See, you're not trying to be more truthful. You're truth. You are truth. You can't be more truthful. You are truth. You can be less of a human because a human is not truthful. A human has to lie. A human being has to look good to the other human beings. It can't tell the truth, but you're truth. So your truth now blocked by being a human. You are absolutely not a human being trying to be more spiritual. You are absolutely 100% all the time a spirit having a human experience. And you have to see it that way. And you have to feel the power of that. And once you see this, it can't be unseen. It can't be undone because now you're in the proper position to operate. You're above you. And you can see all the human stuff getting in the way because you're back here. You can see your fears of being human, your identity stuff of being human, why I want to be a better mother, people pleaser. I like that. You guys were talking about people pleasing and why do I people please? Well, that's just a mother trying to be more kind. That's it. You people please because you get pulled into the identity of mother. You get pulled into the identity of kindness. You get pulled into the identity of helping. And that's it. So you have to see it for what it is. This spirituality thing. Why I say can no longer help you anymore, because how can I help you find more love if you are love? How can I help you be more spiritual if you're a spirit? You see, I can only help you up into the point where you finally see what you're not. Till you finally see it, and then you wouldn't need any help. You would say, I am love, Art. And now you would see the challenge, the hatred that gets in the way of you, the anger that gets in the way of you, the fear that gets in the way of you. But when the anger's gone and the fear's gone and the judgment's gone, the worry is gone, there you are. Love. You are it. There you are, spirit. And it's never more. Spirituality is not more. So when somebody says, hey, you should be more kind, I can't be more kind. I am kindness. What gets in the way is art. So they should say, you should be a lot less art. But see, if I'm art trying to be more kind, that's just another thing I'm trying to add to my looking good. Then I want the world to see that I'm kind art guy. But see, really, when you get art out of the way, I am kindness. When you get art out of the way, I am love. When you get art out of the way, I am truth. When you get art out of the way, I am presence. So we need to see where the cart is and where the horse is. And we need to see which one we are. Because if not, you're going to spend your entire lifetime trying to get there. You're going to spend your entire lifetime trying to be more of something. And I don't care whatever it is, if you're trying to be more loving, more kind, less people-pleasing, whatever it is. That's just identity trying to look good. That's it. That's just Becky trying to be more Becky. There's no way out of that. All that we do is we come to this conclusion, or we see it to be true, of what we are. I am consciousness. I am consciousness aware of art. I am art. I am not art trying to be more conscious of a human being. I am consciousness. In fact, I don't exist without, art doesn't exist without consciousness. Art, I am presence. I don't need to be more presence. Guess what? The current moment has never happened without me. So people say, you should get more involved in the current moment. You should be more present. No, it's never happened without me. But sometimes art comes in and he takes me away from what I am. He blocks me from presence. You see? So I think we will have enormous difficulty if we are a group of people that try to be a better mom. If we are a group of people that try to be better at things, rather than seeing that we need to be less of things, rather than seeing that presence is not a plus, it's a minus. Well, what happens when I am what I am, when I'm connecting in love, presence, light, God? What happens? Well, there's an absence of Becky and fears and worries and emotions, and there's an absence, and there's just me left here, and I'm naked. And there it is. So we have to actually not dilly-dally, or not try to draw the line here, or not try to sit on both sides of the line. You have to know it to be true. I am 100% a spirit trying and seeing that art is just this thing I play on TV. Art is just a character. That 100%, he just gets in the way of all the happiness. He gets in the way of me being kind. So going into, see, that's what is always happens after I do it. I'll get parents say, how do I be more of something?
You are.
And I'm trying to tell you to just be who you are, not who you're not. And so the parents all get together and talk about how they be more. How do I be more mothery? How do I be more Becky? How do I be more bundly? How do I be more? So that if I'm more, that's somehow gonna bring out the light in my kid. That's somehow gonna do it. I'm gonna bring out the light in my kid by being more of something. No, you're not. You're gonna bring out the light by being who you are. By being presence, by being love, by being truth. So it's not, do I say truth or not? Do I tell them the truth or not? No, you should be asking a different question. Should I be who I am or not? Should I be truth, or should I be Becky? So now the parents are all wondering what to do this weekend. Well, what happens when my kid comes home, and how do I finagle around and make sure I don't piss anyone off? And how do I, Am I being a bitch, or am I not being a bitch, and everyone's trying to finagle with it? No. You see, that's just a mess. That's a mess of untangle. You can't untangle that thing. There's no way. So you understand, simply be love. But now watch, because this is where the work starts. See, when I figure out that I am truth, that I am presence, that I am love, I didn't say that there wasn't work after that. I just said, I can't help you anymore. I just said you wouldn't need to learn from me because you'd be on the correct path. You would be seeing that there you're sitting with your kid. You're sitting with your kid, and you are going to try to love them, and you're going to try to be present with them, and you're going to try to be truthful with them. But there is a machinery that gets in the way. And that machinery starts entangling everything up and bumbling it all up. And it starts getting in the way and saying, what should I say? Is this going to get them high? Is this nice? Are they going to be pissed at me if I say this? I can't tell them this. And the identity now of mother gets in the way of love. You can't possibly love them. There's no way. But then you're going to what? You're going to go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to really love my kid. I'm going to feed him the pie he wants. I'm gonna get him the correct pie this year. I'm gonna allow for him. He could be a complete shit, and then I'm just gonna be peaceful, and I'm not gonna interrupt things. And it's an enormous, difficult mess. See? And Dad, what if you just took all that away and you just be? What would happen? You see? And there's the question, because see, first of all, it's going to be very hard to take all that away because they're going to say stuff that pisses you off. They're going to say stupid shit. They're going to piss you off. Your identity is going to come in there and go, what the hell did they just say? They can't be saying that. They're never going to make it if they say that. They can't be telling me they're going to do that. And this thing's going to get in the way of you. And there it is. Now you're going to screw it up. Now you're going to get involved. See? That thing's going to close you down, whatever it is. See, we could spend years and years hashing it out. How do we be more mothery? How do we be a different mom? How do we be? You lose it. You let go of it. You be a human. You be a spirit. Now, listen. It's going to be very tough for you to be a spirit because you want to get your mouth running. You're going to want to actually get in there and stop being a spirit and say, I can't just be a spirit, Art. They're a lunatic. They're messed up people. I need to fix them. And I need to know from you, you call it Solution Group, I need to know what shit I got to say this Thursday to fix this little shit. And there you go. And that's Becky taking away love and thinking about Becky. That's Becky interrupting presence. That's Becky interrupting love. So you are love, just interrupted by Becky. You are love, interrupted by mom. You are truth, interrupted by mom. And if you're listening to me from mother, you can't even hear what I'm saying.
You're trying to be a mother.
So you're listening to me, you're like, yeah, I get it, Art. I'm all that shit. I know, I'm love and all that bullshit. But what about fixing my kid? Yeah, that's because you're identified as mom. And you can't stop. But now you take a break and you see what you really are. You see what you were when you looked at that baby, when you held it for the first time. And that thing got in your arms and you melted, and it was your soul. It's you, soul, you, spirit, you, love, staring directly at love. Nothing in the way. So now how can you not be love? See, there was just no Becky yet. That happened and there was no Brett yet. See, Brett and Becky happened out of fear. They had to make it. So they adopted little personalities so that they could argue with each other. And Brett now is no longer, he's Brett. He's forgotten that he's a spirit. He's forgotten that he's love. And now there's Becky, and she forgets she's a spirit. She forgets she's love. And all of a sudden, it's now Becky and Brett. And guess what? You cannot love each other. Because love's back there. Love's behind you. You're in the way of it. You see? So this is truly, to rid myself of the disease, I had to rid myself of art. And every time art comes into play, I'm back into my disease. Every time this voice starts telling me things got to be different than they are, I'm now diseased again. And I don't say you guys have a disease. I'm saying that's the human disease. Mother is a disease. It has to be. You see, just the very word puts you uneasy. Mother. Then that word is a disease because guess what? There is fear. How do I mother right? Am I a good mother? What do people know me as? Have I been a good mother? How do I be a better mother? That word is diseased. But see, the word spirit isn't. The word truth isn't. The word love isn't. See, you're not diseased. You have a disease called mother. See, I am not diseased, but when I'm a treatment provider, I'm diseased. As soon as I become a treatment provider, well, oh shit, there's shit I gotta do, man. I gotta provide treatment and fix people and shit. I gotta tell them what to do to stay sober. All of a sudden, treatment provider is a diseased word. But spirit isn't. So now, if I just have to sit here in this house and be what I am, and it works, if I can just sit here and be love and truth and spirit with no art in the way, well, that shit works. I don't gotta fix them. They fix themselves. They fix themselves because they rest from their own disease. I'm not challenging their identity. We're not arguing about what they're going to be. We're sitting here saying, here's love, feel it. Here's what I am. Let me see what you are. I see you. You see me. There's the tears. Now I know I'm talking to you. I see. There's your eyes. There you are. Watch out, because something could get in the way. You see? So it's a relief. All you have to do is be what you already are. Stop being what you're not. You're not a mother. That's an identity. That's not who you are. Did you exist before motherhood? Absolutely. So why do you keep calling yourself a mother? It's like a math teacher that retired 10 years ago that keeps calling himself a math teacher. You don't have to do that. You don't have to identify as that. You can be a spirit having a mothering experience. And being a spirit having a mothering experience, boy, it's difficult to remain in a spirit and have a mothering experience because you feel all the impacts of the mothering. It's like, here's you, here's the glove of mother. And then you put on the glove and now you're a mother, but you feel all the impacts that are hitting that glove. You feel every one of them. And I'm saying, now just pull out for a minute to see. That's the identity mother. Look at all the stuff hitting it. Look at all the fears hitting it. Look at all the worries hitting it. Look at how you got to look as a mother. Look at all that stuff hitting it. That's not you, though. You're over here. You were never that. All right. So when people call me and they go, I'm really starting to get what Art says. No, you're not. Because you're hearing me from your identity. And your identity will never get enough. It will have to keep tuning in so that you can hear more of what I say, so that you can be more of an identity to people and you can tell them what you know. Then all of a sudden you go, I know way more now. Okay, have you been helped? No, I still have a disease. I'm still disgruntled. I'm still irritated. I'm still restless. Okay, well then you didn't see it. You just got it. And you can get it and 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 get it. And then you can go around and tell people you got it. And they can explain it and they can do it. And intellectually, you can talk about it. You can say, I think I got it this time. And oh, I hope a new mom comes on that don't got it so I can tell her how we got it. And we can all try to get it. And for years, I tried to get it. I read books on spirituality. I went to church. I went everywhere. And then a gentleman named Paul Hederman explained it to me like I'm explaining it to you. And when he did, I saw it. I went, oh, man, I am this spirit that has been really had to come into this art thing and wear this glove of art. And oh, man, it's really easy now because I am love. I don't have to find it. It's really easy because I am truth. I don't have to find it. It's really easy because I am God. I don't have to look for him. It's really easy because I am spirituality. See, to be more spiritual is not possible. It's just to be less art. That's it. So now I got it right. And so my dis-ease has dissipated and I've gotten to a point of ease. And that ease is not disrupted very much anymore by art. No matter what happens to him, no matter what he has to go through, no matter what people say about him, I can just be here and notice it and just be at ease. It's the easy life. Easy. Okay. I hope we have some questions right here because I'm not saying everyone should just understand or see this tonight, but because this is the seeing of a lifetime, I believe. I believe that once you see this, you can have relief. And you can get to a place where you just know you don't got to worry. That worrying thing, that's all Becky stuff or Danielle stuff or Kristen stuff. And you're not her. So you just be what you are. And you see how difficult it is to just remain what you are. You'll see. The defenses will come in, the anger will come and try to pull you forward. You can just sit and look in a room. Just sit and look in a room. Just look at people. Just see how quickly you'll not want to be a spirit. How quickly the voice in your head will disrupt love. The voice in your head will start judging. It'll disrupt everything. But there you are noticing it. So you're now noticing. Man, every time I try to love someone, this bullshit gets in the way. Judgment and fear and worry, concern. Every time I try to be who I am, presence, this art guy shows up to tell me what I got to go get better at. Every time I just try to enjoy a moment, this damn art thing comes in and says, I got to be more of something. Can you imagine that? There's a time in my life where this thing in my head said, you got to go be more spiritual. And so off I went down every pathway. I got to be more spiritual. But the thing was telling me that because I was wanting to compete with other human beings about being more spiritual than them. You see? So now I wanted to be known as more spiritual. So this thing's out there going, you got to go be more spiritual. You should not wear shoes. You should walk on sandy beaches. You should go. And the whole time, that was the thing that was making me not spiritual. All I had to do was drop that thing. There it is. Now I'm what I am. So I can't be more spiritual. It's impossible. That's just the identity wanting you to be more of something. I need to go to church more. I need to have more faith. Isn't faith final? Isn't that finality? No, I need to have more of it. Well, who are you competing with? No, I have faith. I just need more of it.
You can't order it on Amazon.
Well, then you don't have faith. Because faith is the end of the thing. I'm pregnant. I just want to be more pregnant. You can't. It's the end. So just a simple notion that the craziness of identities running around trying to be more spiritual. It's insane. when you're a spirit that got caught in this human experience. And then because you got caught in the human experience, you want to compete with the other humans. So now you found another way to compete by being kinder, by being more honest. There's another one. I'm honest. I just want to be more honest. Whoa. That's crazy. That doesn't even mean anything. It means you're not honest then. No, I'm honest. I just want, well, what about when you're dishonest? Yeah, that's what I want to eliminate. I want to be less, or I want to be, less dishonest. So you're dishonest. No, I just want to be less of it. Doesn't make any sense. That's all identity stuff. You are honesty. What gets in the way? Looking good. Identity. So you want to be honest? Be who you are. But watch out. The machinery is going to grind it up and change it so that when you say it, it looks better than it sounded in your head. I can't say that. I can't be honest. I got to look good. Well, there you go. Now you're being what you're not instead of what you are. So it goes on and on and on until you put the cart before the horse and you go, I am truth. I am love. I am God. I am now. I am presence. I am consciousness. I'm all of it. And there's something that keeps trying to steal me from it. It pulls me in. It says, don't be what you are. Be this. And then you're helped. Because then the pathway is yours. No one else can help you. You just got to be less Becky. Well, who can help you do that? Well, you're going to have to do that on your own. It's not that fun, No, you can't fix it. No, I need to fix it. I got to go into my Becky suit. I throw on my Becky cape, my little bundle, mama bundle cape, and I go be mama bundle. And I got to fix it. So, so there's what stops us from being what we are. We got to fix it. We got to do something. We can't just watch the movie. We've got to interject as one of the characters in the movie. You see? So there we go, interjecting. And what do we interject as? We interject as a hero. We interject as a victim. We interject as a perpetrator. We interject as a judge. So there we go. I can't sit back and watch the world and be love and kindness and spirit. I got to go interject. I got to go play. All right. I hope there's questions.
That was so good. That was for all you moms. From Mom's Group last week. More. Anybody, you can use the raise your hand feature. You can just unmute yourself, get my attention. However.
See, if you guys were on Mom's Group and you decided that you would have a conversation about being less mother, that would be a very beneficial conversation. If you had a conversation about being what you are, a spirit, rather than being a mother, that would be a tremendously beneficial conversation. But if you have a conversation about mothering, there will be no end to that and you won't ever make it. And so if the conversation lies in how to be a better mother to an addict, that is a competition and there's no way out of that. You will have to find scenarios to make yourself a better mother of an addict. And there will be no end. And it'll be the cart dragging the horses. But if you decide, how about we just be love? How would we do that? How would we go about the business of being more love? Well, we would be less mother. And there you go. You'd be what you are. You already are love. But you can't love and be a mom at the same time. There's too much shit to worry about. All right.
Hey, Maicha.
Hey there. So I have this thing where I equate love, like my love for people is by caring for them and acts of kindness and that sort of thing. So for me, it's hard to just love someone and not do something for someone or help them or whatever. So that's what I'm battling with right now, because I'm even doing it outside of, my daughter and all of that. I'm doing that at work with the guys that need help with whatever. I mean, I've opened my house to people who are in need. And so how do you, I don't understand how you love without also being like a caretaker. It's almost like it's not in my DNA. So I have to totally wipe that caregiver thing out and recreate an identity.
So when you have the experience of love, when is the last time you had the experience of love?
Like me personally?
Yes.
That's a good question.
I'm talking about the time, and when I say the experience of love, I'm talking about looking at a human being. I'm talking about the experience of love that Becky just had at the beginning of this group. The experience of love will always make you cry. You probably best get it if you turned on America's Got Talent and you saw a singer that you didn't know was going to be good, and the singer then exploded into the best singer you've ever heard, and it shed shivers down your spine, and it got your vibrations going in your body, and you started tearing up. That's what I'm talking about, an experience of love. When's the last time you had that with a human?
Well, I guess when Angie was telling me how great Andy was doing, I definitely felt like, I got a little emotional during that last week. So
all those people that you say you're caring for and loving, but not having the experience of love, what is that?
don't know.
So now
Enabling.
Well, no, that's Mitra trying to be more loving. That's Mitra's identity, trying to show the world how loving and caring she is. That's more of something. Now, what if Mitra was just out of the way and you were just able to look at a human being and cry? That would be love. You see, we're replacing love. We're replacing the experience of love with something we call an action that looks like I love people. So basically what we're doing is we're eating the menu. So we're talking about love and eating like eating a cheeseburger is an experience. Looking at the menu of a cheeseburger and trying to eat the menu is what we're doing with love. You see? But you're just eating the menu. So how about talking about the experience of love? Today, I want to have the experience of love. I don't want to show people I love them. I don't want to care for them. I want to have the goddamn experience. I want to look at another human being and have the voice in my head go, oh my God, I love you. I want to feel it till it makes me tear up. Now, what if you had to go after that? Well, you would have to get all your you shit out of the way. You'd have to get the judgment of that human being. You'd have to get what you look like out of the way. You'd have to get what your motivations out of the way. You would have to get your identity out of the way. You don't get to be Mitra and love. I'm sorry. Becky doesn't get to be Becky and love Brett. I'm sorry. She gets to be love and love Brett. But once Becky starts getting involved, it's all going to be about being better at something. A better mother, better person. See, you just haven't seen it yet, Mitra. You're not Mitra.
Is there a way to, I don't know, practice it? Like, we talk about being mindful, and I'm learning how to meditate and things like that. So is there like something that you can, like a tool or a practice that you can?
I want you to sit back, and I want you to look at a room. I want you to go to work tomorrow, and I want you to sit back as far as you can, up against, and look at everything you're not. You just look at that room, and you sit back, and you go, okay. And I want you to be present to that room, be there. And then I want you to watch as the thoughts come and try to take you out of that room. And what's going to happen is you're going to sit there. Things will go on that you don't like, that you do like, and you'll see Mitra's judgment. You'll see what's blocking you. So you need to see what first is blocking you. What are the thoughts? What is the stuff? What is your dis-ease? Or are you there? Are you in that room and you can look around the room and go, I love these people. This is amazing. Look at how good they are. Or are you going to be in that room and go, oh, there's Mike. That guy still fucking shows up late every day. There's old Tina. She don't do her goddamn reports. Oh, there's my boss. Or was he going to stiff me again on my paycheck? Whatever's going on. And you try to remain just present. Starts out with a little taste of being what you are. You just try it.
Okay.
And you sit back and you see. You see how hard it is to be what you are.
I'll try it tomorrow.
You are presence. You are love. You are spirit. Now try to do that for a day. You'll see what gets in the way. But at least you're in the right position. At least you're looking down on what you're not. Not what you're not, trying to be more. You're not down here being Mitra trying to find love. You're up here, love, trying to get rid of Mitra. And you'll see that she's in the way.
Is that being in the observer position?
Yeah, just sitting back, being consciousness. It's not me. It's just there. Awareness, whatever it is. This is what we're doing. Art's down here. Right now, I'm trying to stay out of him. Now, if somebody comes and pisses me off, I'll go right into Art and start telling you how it is. But I have to lean back from him. So when I'm sitting here and somebody's saying something judgmental, or somebody's saying something I don't like, or somebody's acting in a way I'm not acting, I have to be love. I can't go be Art. But Art pulls me down. Because Art's identity wants everything to be controlled. He wants everything to be the way he wants it. But love doesn't want anything. Love doesn't do anything.
So what do you do in a situation like that then? For like your example, someone is being judgy or whatever and telling you all about it.
Lean back. Lean back.
You don't respond or anything. Just let them talk, and
it's 50-50. I just know who I am, and I know who I'm not. Then that lines up the work properly. It doesn't mean the work is done.
Gotcha.
I don't have to run around be in art trying to prove to the world that I'm more loving. I just got to get art out of the way and the work will be done. But I don't got to go show the world how loving I am. I don't got to bring in a bunch of homeless people, go feed at a soup kitchen. I don't got to do none of that stuff just to prove. That's art's identity, wanting to go do shit like that. I have to actually try to attain the experience of love. And if I want to be more loving, that means that I want to attain the experience of love on a day-to-day basis. And in order to attain the experience of love on a day-to-day basis, I have to be what I am, presence and love. But art doesn't want love. He wants to be more of something. He wants to tell me to go out and show the public how loving I am. He could care less. Art could care less about the experience of love. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the experience? No. Show the world that you're full of love. Put on a show. But this thing down here, art, it doesn't care to have the experience. See, I'm caught off guard by the experience most of the time. I don't know how to go get it. I don't know where to find it. It just shows up. But I got to be ready for it. You see, I got to see Becky in tears. And then if I'm love and not art, that made me cry too. You see? But I'm caught off guard by it most of the time. I'm in the clearing, ready for it. Just in case somebody shows to join me. You see? Oh, you're thinking about yourself and what you're going to do tomorrow and who screwed you over last year and what's wrong with you. Oh, you're not in the clearing. You won't make it to love today. No, you're thinking about what you need to do in an hour. You're thinking about what happened last night, what somebody said, how much money you got, when you're going to pay your bills, how's this going to get done? Yeah, you're not there. We can't love each other. So I'll stay here and wait. I'll breathe. I'll see the same thing going on with me. Art trying to tell me to worry about my bills and worry about my shit, and not be here with you all. And then I got to breathe and go, dude, shut up. I'm waiting for love. I don't got time for you, bro. No. I need to go get a better car and a better job and then I'll have that love. No, you won't. It's right here. It's available right now. You know, we can all love each other tonight, right here. We don't need to prove anything. We don't need to do anything. Love does nothing. We use love as like a pry bar. If you love me, you'd go get breakfast. If you love me, you would pay this for me. If you love me, you show up at the hospital when I'm sick. If you love me, we don't use it like an experience. I love you. Really? You guys were fighting all day, bickering. You never once had the experience of love. And now you just culminated because two identities want to look good. And so you just say some bullshit about how you love each other. The problem is love is an action. I mean, love is an experience. And you haven't had the experience, but you keep saying you love each other. It's like saying, we cheeseburgered. Did you eat a cheeseburger? I cheeseburger you. Did you eat a cheeseburger today? No, I haven't had one in years. Then what are you talking about a cheeseburger for? You haven't had one in years.
I cheeseburger you.
Oh, I cheeseburger you. Yeah. Well, we haven't ate a cheeseburger.
We had pizza.
Yeah. In fact, you threw it at me.
Yeah. I was about to eat it.
There's Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Hey, couple things. For the mom that was on in art, I just looked up the word altruism, the belief in or practice of disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. So I think we get that confused with love. Society, there's things that we need to do to help others within our community and You know me, that's what I do. That's what we do for Battlefield. That's what I do for Major Mall. So we can't make, what I'm hearing is you don't mix up love with working to help people in the community that need a hand.
Mhm. Unless maybe, of course, you stumbled upon, unless, somebody was feeding a homeless person and they stopped for a minute to actually look at them. And then when they stopped and talked to them and actually look at them, and then maybe two loves met and they would have the experience of love. So you could. I like altruism. I like to say that altruism is the most selfish form of behavior that exists. Well, what do you mean? Oh, come on. I mean, we're walking a fine line here. Does it make you feel good to be altruistic? Yes. So who do you do it for? Right? Does it make you feel good to go in the community and help out and do those things? Yes. Okay. So you do it for yourself. That's okay, though. It's totally okay. It's good. And I know there's people.
He's got to do it because a lot of people don't.
I do it on here. I mean, I know a lot of people out here that I would that push the line of altruism closer than I've ever seen. I mean, the Wiggins especially. They push to the line of like, God dang it, I can't find any motivation other than to help. God dang it. So, and the people that come to the auction and all the people that came and helped, it's like, it's there. But when you get really honest, it's for yourself. It makes you feel good. Well, that's okay. But we're mistaking that for that identity stuff. Because the reason it makes us feel good is that it creates a better us. Maybe even a better connection with what we're not. The reality is, we can attain these things by ridding ourselves of stuff and not doing more stuff. There's an opportunity for everyone on this thing tonight to love someone tonight. But I don't, and everyone can talk about how they want love. Well, look to your left. Look to your right. Oh, forget them. I'm going to go love someone else. I'm going to go take care of someone else, or I'm going to go love someone else, or I'm going to go show someone else I love them. Well, what about just looking in the eyes to the person of your left? There it is. Like, what if that was it? What if you had tonight and you're with who you're with and you would like to experience love one more time? Well, there's nothing to do. You just have to get rid of the fears and the worries, and you'd have to look to your left and they'd have to get rid of their fears, but they don't have to. But if they did, it would be better. But you could just have the experience of loving a human being. You could look at them and go, wow. But see, you would be rid of resentment and rid of anger and rid of identity and rid of all that stuff when you did that. You see, the reason we sit here and live with these kids in this house is it's the best place to find love. Honestly, if we have to look at why we're here. Me and Angie love to experience love. And you could be in a group almost every day here and experience somebody tearing up from love. And you just can't find that at Amazon. You can't go work at the veterinarian clinic or the hospital and find any love. You can find people, being what they're not. No spirits, just little humans trying to be better humans. Competing about who's a better human. I do it bigger, faster, stronger. I do more of it. I have more of it. And what you fill in the blanks of what it is. But that is everyone waking up, not trying to find love, but simply talking about how they do it bigger, faster, stronger, or they have more of what you want. And then you go, I got to get more of that. Oh man, that person at church, they have faith. I got to get some more of that. Oh, that person there has a better golf swing. I got to get more of that. That person has a better car. Got to get more of that. That person's really kind. I got to get some more of that. Oh, that person's not judgmental at all. Ooh, I'm judging them. Oh, but I got to be less judgmental. More spiritual. Ooh, it'd be so cool if everyone knew me as more spiritual. Man, I need to meditate. Yeah, maybe start meditating. What Noah Levine, I saw him once. He meditates. He's a big Buddhist meditator. And he got on the stage and he had a crowd of 50,000 people. And then he went. And the crowd went. No, that was no. It was this picture I saw. 50,000 people in a stadium. Then they're taking selfies, posting. Here I am.
Take a picture of me meditating.
Look at that dude meditate up there. He's so present. You know? It's insane. The thing that you're meditating to get away from has convinced you that meditation will make you look better. So now you're up there in the meditating trying to look better as a human rather than just being the spirit that you are. You wouldn't need to meditate. You know what you are. Most of the meditation is so that I can be known as a meditator. All right, do that then. Even the monks, I don't understand.
Just do nothing.
Yeah. What's up with the robes?
Yeah, why?
When you say the monks, I thought you were talking about the monks.
Well, they got to wear the robe. That's an identity.
Where are they ball?
Yeah. They're less talkative than you. So we're all competing, I guess. And the competition doesn't stop. You know? You fall into it every day. I still compete. Oh man. Why did I come do this talk? You know? What's Art up to?
I was gonna say,
Here I am now. You know?
Not just tonight, every Tuesday.
Yeah, why do I come do this? Well, I want to be known as a better talker.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
At least I, you know?
You know. Classic.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in the trap too. Bonded. Tethered. All right, who's next? I want somebody that
Somebody we don't hear from very often. Who's next? Come on now. We've still got time. Thoughts, questions, need for clarification.
see if you found a little sheep and you came up on a sheep, but he was hanging with the lions.
Yeah.
And that little sheep was always with the lions. So that little sheep, he thinks he's a lion. He would act like a lion. He would fight like a lion because he would be identified as a lion. Now, what if you took that little sheep and you brought him over to the lake or the river and you showed him he was a sheep and he saw he wasn't a lion. Okay.
It would ruin him.
He wouldn't act like a lion no more. You see? So if I take Becky and I bring Becky over to the water and I show her that she's been identified as a human, but she's actually sees that she's a spirit. Now, how would that change Becky's conduct for the rest of her life? She don't got to act like Becky. So you don't gotta be like Becky. You see?
She got cut off right before you said that. She'll be back.
It would work better if it was the other way around. If a lion is acting like a sheep. You see?
All of a sudden you get this.
Yeah. And then you showed him it was a lion. Well, all of a sudden the lion would be a lion. Okay. Becky must have got too many tears in her
no.
equipment screen.
Tripped on
It was from Wi-Fi. That happens sometimes.
Okay, who's got a question before we go here?
I have one.
Yeah.
What's the longest amount of time you're willing to like go with like your art, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same question.
Because like I'll be like pissed off and I like enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sick. And like I'll just write it out for a day, then I'll wake up and be fine. Like what's the longest amount of time you go with art?
Okay.
So
Funnel asked a phenomenal question. He said, what's the longest amount of time I'll allow myself to be in art or to be art? Now what that means is totally identified in art story. It means I am feeling all the pain of art. I'm feeling everything people say about me. I'm feeling angry or whatever it is, the emotions that it would be. And he asked, how long do I let myself in there? And the answer to that is not much time. It's such misery to me. You see, it's such misery to me to be taken and be in that story of art. I lost my credit cards, my wallet, and I had a football ticket that was a winner for a lot of money, and I had that in my wallet. And last night I lost all of it, and fell out of my bag or something, and somebody never turned it in, but they just left. And so there was a pull. I'm not going to be very spiritual and more art-like about how I'm getting screwed and everything sucks, and I was pissed off, and it's misery down there. It's misery in that worrying about art's life and everything. Total misery to the point where I want anything to get out of it. So then it's simple. Okay, you just gotta breathe. Then you go, I gotta take care of this, this, and this. And that's it. There's no story about it. There's no how I got gypped. There's not, there's just that. Then you put it down. So as soon as I go from, when I'm art, I'm non-acceptance. So when I'm love, I'm acceptance. So it goes from non-acceptance to acceptance. So when I'm being what I am acceptance. I am love. When I'm being what I'm not, I'm judgment, irritation, anger, all that. That's not it.
How long would you say you were in that today with the wallet?
I wasn't in it today. I was in it yesterday.
Yesterday, how long?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. About 8 minutes until I realized, okay.
What can I do?
Yeah, what can I
gotta
do?
get a new
Can't
license.
change that. Okay. But people find power in it, so they want to do that. And we've gotten used to it. Down here being in your story, saying how you're getting screwed by life, whatever it is.
It's like that one guy talked about the 5-minute rule.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't.
Is that what is that 8 minutes? Is that
Well, I was on it before Hal, but
yeah, okay. Okay.
no, I mean I practiced it before I saw that video.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
30 seconds.
yeah.
Okay.
He's the 5-minute,
Yeah.
5-minute morning guy. All right. Anybody else out there? Questions? Comments?
Should be a good mom's group tomorrow. Get on mom's group and talk about being less mom. Yeah. It's going to be called, we're the sob.
So
Spirits of Battlefield.
Sounds cool.
Love of Battlefield.
The slob. The spirit love of Battlefield.
The slobs.
Carrie.
We gotta mute ourselves so I can say what I want to say next.
Oops, did I do that by accident? What did I just do?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
You froze us.
Well, technical difficulty.
Can we hear you, Carrie? Let's get you unmuted.
Our camera's frozen.
Add spotlight.
A question for the clients.
Mhm.
So as you've spent this time with the moms, and wow, I'm frozen now, aren't I?
No.
As you've spent this time with the moms and the conversation, the triangle, what we talked about last week, this week, and a conversation that you and I had and Doug, how are the clients adapting to the thought process that we're going to be less of a mom? We've hopped off the triangle.
Yeah.
We're accepting of where they are in their journey, and that we trust that they're going to solve where they are and move forward.
Who wants to answer that?
The question was basically what? So how do you feel?
How do we feel about them not momming anymore?
Well, the question is kind of if you realize that you've been in a triangle and that you've been using your parents as the rescuers.
Yeah.
Do you still want that to continue, or?
Well, I don't think they get a vote if they still want it to continue, from what I'm taking from what you say.
Not if we all do it right. You're right.
Well, if they want it to continue, they're probably going to be stronger than you and keep it continuing. You're screwed.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm all in.
I think
For me, now that I'm at like a peer level with my mom,
Yeah.
I can talk to her for advice like a friend, and she can give me more honest advice instead of giving me that advice from a mother position.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it seems a lot more beneficial. for me
Instead of you, so Brandon said, being at a peer level with his mom, he can talk to her about advice and not saving him, but like kind of using your mom as a friend
Yeah.
rather than looking up at her and demanding that she save you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to make sure everybody's on because your mom's on too. So your mom sees Kat. All right.
Listen, the problem with what I'm saying, the difficulty with what I'm saying is that you have got to have enough. You've had to have enough. So even a normal human needs to hit rock bottom identity stuff.
Way harder.
They got to hit rock bottom and find out that the pain of being a human trying to be more spiritual is a never-ending pain. That the pain of being a better mom, that the pain of being a better worker, the pain of our identities is our disease. And because of that, we need a way out. And you come to a conclusion that all of us in this room, when we experienced enough pain of being what we're not, we got high and it gave us a way out. It gave us a way to be spiritual. So drugs were a way to be spiritual. It was a way to lose the identity stuff. There was a way to take off the glove of who we thought we were and be who we are. And so as a normal person that's never done drugs, you have to see that all your pain and all your misery lies down there. That you don't have to suffer from it anymore. That you can just be what you are and not what and not what you're not. You can see what you're not is always going to be trying to pull you in. It's going to trying to get you to fix things and change things and think about things and improve things, and it's never going to stop. It's going to try to rearrange the world so you like it.
Yeah, Doug and I had that conversation tonight.
So
I think that, up to 2 months ago, with the conversations that we've had, this conversation wouldn't have worked. And, you know, we talk about through life development of who we are and how we're always evolving. Let's say that I've got 5 fingers and 4 of those fingers have been evolving. And my epiphany is that 1 finger hasn't evolved. And that's the mom and the rescuer finger. And I'm evolving.
Yeah, you're shedding that identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the glove has hidden some of the identity that shouldn't have been hidden.
Yeah, I think all mothers should get very suspicious at the moment that they call their bearded person a kid. That should be very suspicious when they have a full beard and they're in their 30s and you're still having to take them to Walmart to get socks. You know, everyone should be a little suspicious. This has gone on too long.
And exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
When does this end? You know?
It's
I
need socks.
I'm taking my young son to get a beard trim. Really? How old is he? 33. Oh, that's
well,
funny.
and that
I don't know why
can,
they're not all laughing. That's hilarious.
and that can be a proud moment for you know, the young sons.
Yeah.
I would hope it's not.
My mom was my mom until until I was 37. Oh. I kept it that way. All right. Well, we're going to close it up, I think. I really encourage you to practice. And by practice, I mean, go ahead. Sit back and watch the movie. Watch the movie that's playing in front of you and try to not interject for a second. Go sit somewhere. Go be at work. Try to just let it be for a second. Try to let everything be. Try to go one day and just let everything be. Try not to change it or fix it. Just let it be. You'll see how hard it is. You'll see what comes and tries to take you and make you put the glove back on and go be somebody. You'll see how hard it is. Try to live in this house for a day and not correct someone's behavior. It's tough. I don't think I did it today, though. But you do it. You sit back and try to experience love. See, you can either be in love or you can be in judgment. You can be in love or you can be in somebody. But notice that when you're in the experience of love, you can be nothing else. Nothing else. But purely what you are. There is nothing else coming in. There's not thoughts of the future. There's not thoughts of the past. There's no worry. There's just simply the experience of love. Watch some America's Got Talent or American Idol videos where you see an 8-year-old girl come onto the stage and say her dad just died, and then watch her start belting out a beautiful song. You will find the experience of love right there. That's what it is. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, everybody.
See you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Good night. Good night.